Hello, welcome to Mr. Peña's Tutoring Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Peña. I'm a Florida certified public school teacher with about 2 to 3 years of experience in adult education. I prepare students to take the CASAS test, to learn English and pass so that they can find a good career and live a happy life. Today we're going to be going over CASAS 7 CASAS Competency 7.3.3. Evaluate the results of a solution. So, the learning objectives is that by the end of this lesson, you will be able to evaluate whether a plan or solution has met its goals, interpret data, feedback, and written reports to determine results, and suggest ways to adjust or improve based on measurable evidence. Before we get into the vocabulary, if you like what I'm doing here, you want to download my free 10-day guide to English grammar, my free 10-day grammar English guide. You can join my Patreon membership. There you'll get exclusive access to certain videos, downloadable PDF resources, and a engaging English learning community. I hope to see you there. Here we have our vocabulary words for today. They are evaluate, results, problem, feedback, adjust, monitor, improve, evidence, data, success. I'm going to say it again a little bit faster. Evaluate, results, problem, feedback, adjust, monitor, improve, evidence, data, success. So to evaluate something means to look at something carefully in order to decide how good or effective it is. Results are the outcomes of something that happens after an action. A problem is something that needs to be fixed or improved. Feedback is or are opinions or comments that help someone improve or a company improve. To adjust means to make small changes to improve something. To watch or check something regularly means to monitor. To improve means to make something better. Evidence is facts or information that show something is true. Data is numbers or facts collected to study or make decisions. Success means reaching a goal or getting a good result. If you like this little graphic organizer and you want to download the entire document, it's available on my Patreon for a small price, but you can download the English Grammar Guide for free. Now, how to evaluate outcomes. Let's read this passage. The journey from problem solving to achieving desired results is incomplete without a thorough evaluation of outcomes. Evaluating outcomes involves a systematic assessment of the solution's effectiveness by examining the results it yields. This process is crucial for both personal and professional growth, as it ensures that efforts align with objectives and lead to continuous improvement. Now, I'm going to try to look for these words. If you can find them, let me know, although it's not a live stream. Evaluating, there you go. That's one of the words, right? Evaluation is not just about making guesses or relying on instinct. It requires a detailed analysis of data and feedback. For instance, in a business setting, evaluating outcomes might involve analyzing sales reports to determine whether a new marketing strategy has increased revenue. Similarly, in education, teachers might assess student performance data to gauge the effectiveness of a new curriculum. Now, we are looking for, oh, I see one of the words here, feedback. So I'm going to just highlight in green to find some of our vocabulary words. I think I can see results. No. Okay, data, success, analysis. Well, go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find it. Although I do see the word feedback here again, so we'll just highlight that. Let's move on to the third paragraph. When feedback is gathered, whether from customer reviews, employee surveys, or test scores, it provides valuable insights into what is working and what isn't. For example, a company might use customer feedback to refine its product or services, while an educator might use student feedback to alter teaching methods for better engagement. Huh, I like it. I like it. Did I hear the word adjust anywhere? No, I see the word alter. It's not the word adjust. Armed with this evidence, individuals and organizations can adjust their strategies in a corporate environment. This could mean adjusting business operations to improve productivity. In personal finance, it might mean revising a budget plan after reviewing monthly expenses. Monitoring progress is a continuous process. By regularly checking key performance indicators, individuals can track the effectiveness of their adjustments. For example, a project manager might monitor project timelines and budgets to ensure everything stays on track, while an athlete might track their training progress to prepare for a competition. Through this cycle of evaluation and adjustment, one can create a culture of improvement. Identifying trends in the data allows for predictive analysis, helping to anticipate future outcomes and proactively refine strategies. For instance, noticing a trend of increasing customer complaints might prompt a company to investigate underlying issues and enhance customer service. Ultimately, the consistent application of these practices lead to success, whether it's achieving career goals, improving academic performance, or managing personal life more effectively. The ability to evaluate and adapt is key. By making informed decisions based on thorough evaluation, individuals can achieve sustainable success, enhancing their capabilities to tackle future challenges. CASAS recognizes the importance of evaluating outcomes as part of real world applications, such as tracking sales performance, assessing educational progress, or managing household finances. These skills are integral to thriving in various aspects of life, underscoring the importance of developing a robust evaluation framework. All right, now we're going to go over this reading passage and answer a couple of questions. This is styled after the CASAS reading test. So let's underline this. Title: Measuring the results of the Energy Awareness Campaign. The Green Future Community Center launched an energy awareness campaign to reduce electricity use among local families. The program began 6 months ago. The plan included distributing flyers, posting signs, and hosting free energy saving workshops. After the campaign ended, program coordinator Lisa Tran was asked to evaluate the results and report to the City Council. Well, it's in bold, so it's got to be important. That's the only reason I'm highlighting this. So now let's look at this document. A. Email from City Energy Office. Lisa, thanks for your efforts. In the first month, energy use decreased by only 1%. Keep monitoring the numbers and collecting feedback from residents. Let's see if we notice a strange trend over time. So Lisa and her team continued visiting neighborhoods and schools. They handed out hundreds of flyers with tips like, quote, unplug devices at night, and, quote, set air conditioners to 78 degrees Fahrenheit, end quote. She also held 3 evening workshops. Attendance grew each month. So remember, we have the word trend, we have the word monitoring, and we have the word feedback. Document B, workshop attendance record. So in March, they held 3 workshops and 32 total participants. In April, 4 workshops and 68 total participants. In May, they held 4 workshops and 112 participants. In June, they held 4 workshops and had 135 participants. So it seems like each month the number of participants were growing, but the number of workshops stayed steady around from March to June. After 4 months, Lisa began to analyze data from the local utility company. So now here we have document C, household electricity report, the average kWh use. Do not ask me what that means, I don't know. But obviously has something to do with electricity. So in February, the average city consumption of electricity, I believe it's called, was to about 1200 kWh. In April, the city average was 1176. So it was a negative 2% change from their target goal. In May, the city average was 1142. And their goal, they went 5% below their goal. In June, the city average kWh um, electricity, what amount of electricity is 1118 kWh, and it's 7% below the change. So the evidence showed a steady decline in energy use. Although the city didn't reach its exact goal, usage dropped by 7% overall, saving enough power for 150 homes. This is what we call a definitive conclusion statement. Lisa wrote a report summarizing the progress and the feedback she received from families. Quote, most residents said the campaign helped them learn small changes that make a difference. However, some asked for reminders in Spanish and Creole. Lisa suggested the next campaign include bilingual flyers and more online materials. She concluded her report by recommending another 6 months of monitoring to confirm the trend. Now, documents D. Final email from the city chair. Quote, Lisa, your report was clear and detailed. Even though the city didn't reach the 10% goal, your team's strategies were effective. Your evaluation helped us decide to continue the project next year with the adjustments you proposed. Great work. So, this is a snippet of a document. It's a snippet of an email from the city council chair. Um, Through careful analysis and teamwork, Lisa proved that checking results and making smart improvements can turn a small start into long term success. That was a reading CASAS passage. We read through the whole thing. As you can see, we had several snippets of documents, and we also used our vocabulary words throughout, looking for them in green. So here are the set of questions. Before I answer them, pause the video or the podcast, answer the questions yourself, and see what you get, and check it with me. Number one, what was the main goal of the energy awareness campaign? Teach families to cook healthy food, reduce household electricity use, promote recycling in schools, or replace old air conditioners. The answer is to reduce household electricity use. Where do we find that in the passage? Right here. The Green Community Center launched an energy awareness campaign to reduce electricity use among local families. I believe that was it. So this was definitely one of our clues to the passage for number one. Yeah. So you could do this with all the other ones. Again, if you want a copy of this, you can download it um, on my Patreon. You can get the grammar guide for free and download this PDF for a small price. Number two says, what does the word evaluate mean in this passage? Evaluate. To guess the reason for a problem, to start a new campaign, to review data and decide how well something worked, or to create flyers. That's right. To review data and decide how well something worked. Very nice. Number three says, what trend is shown in document C? We can go back for a second. Document C, remember this one? Household electricity report, February, April, May, June. Okay. Document C, electricity use increased each month. Electricity use decreased steadily over time. Energy use stayed the same. Data was missing. The answer is B. Electricity used decreased steadily over time. It went down. Number four. What type of evidence helped Lisa measure success? Utility company reports and feedback from families, employee complaints, city parking records, workshop decorations. The answer is A. Utility company reports and feedback from families. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Type it in the chat. Um, yeah, please let me know what you think. Number five says, which month had the highest workshop attendance? March, April, May, or June? Hmm. Workshop attendance. For this, we're going to need to go back. For the workshop, this was not the workshop. There it is. Workshop attendance. Um, and so actually April, May, and June each had four workshop. Had highest attendance means total participants. That's what attendance means. The total number of people, and I think that June is our winner. So which month had the highest workshop attendance? The answer is June because it had the most number of people. Okay. Number 6. Why did Lisa recommend bilingual materials for the next campaign? Residents requested flyers in Spanish and Creole. Attendance was too low. The city required translation by law, or she had extra funding. So she recommended bilingual materials. Why? Um, where we need to go back and look for bilingual materials. Okay? Here it says the evidence showed a steady decline in energy use. Lisa wrote a report summarizing the progress and the feedback. I'm going to read this quote, which says most residents said the campaign helped them learn small changes that make a difference. However, some asked for reminders in Spanish and Creole. That right there is the clue to the answer to the question. Bilingual means you know two different languages. So the answer is A. Residents requested flyers in Spanish and Creole. Very good. Number 7. Almost there. It's really number 10. We're up to number 10. It says, according to document C, did the city meet its exact target goal? Document C. What was the target goal for document C? Document C, the target goal was 1140. And according to percent changes, they missed it by -2%, -5%, -7%. Um, so let's go back. Number 7, did it meet its goal? No. But the energy use still dropped by 7%. Number 8, what does monitoring mean in this context? Monitoring. What does it mean? Advertising on television, tracking and observing data over time, changing the schedule, sending out new bills. We have B. Yeah, definitely B. Tracking and observing data over time. Number 9. What can we infer about Lisa's evaluation skills? She guessed without checking data. She used organized data and feedback to make practical suggestions. She ignored residents' comments. She only measured attendance. We're going to go with B. She used organized data and feedback to make practical suggestions. Number 10. What is the main idea of the passage? Saving energy is impossible in cities. Flyers are the best way to teach people. Evaluating results and adjusting plans lead to better community outcomes. Or the city canceled all environmental programs. The answer is C. This was the main idea of the passage. You need to evaluate results and adjust plans, leading to better outcomes. Today, this was CASAS Test Prep Training, evaluating the results of a solution 7.3.3. Was our CASAS Competency. This is basically preparing you for the CASAS reading test. If you like what we did here, join my Patreon. You can purchase the PDF that I used on the screen. You can, as a download, you can download a free PDF, my grammar guide. You can, you have other options for other materials, for other resources and study help. You can interact with me and ask questions and join our community of vibrant English language learners. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you soon. down in the Patreon community. God bless.